Hello, and we're back. Sorry, guys, for those of you that were in our. Hi, Cindy. How are you? I'm sorry you're having a crazy thunderstorm. We had some.
Oh, I love crazy
We had some
thunderstorms.
around here last night. Some crazy
Yeah,
thunderstorms.
not near us. I mean, we didn't get
Well,
any
it
of
was
it.
south of us, right?
We got none of it.
Yeah.
Zero.
I know. I don't know why. We never get the bad thunderstorms.
Mm-mm.
But I hope you're doing okay up there. We were just doing a live sound check, separate live video, because we were having some sound issues last time with our live stream. So we were getting that all sorted out really quickly before this. If you can hear us
which we should have
okay.
sorted out earlier.
Yeah, we should have. If you can hear us okay, Cindy, will you please let us know? So happy Sunday.
Yeah.
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 I hope that you're doing all right. How are you doing today?
Oh, excellent.
Are you good?
Yeah, most excellent.
Okay.
A little discombobulated, but
yeah, we have a tendency to be a little discombobulated, don't we?
The Bob's in the name.
Okay,
so.
cool. Thank you, Cindy. Bob's in the name.
Discombobulated. Yep. They made that word just for me.
Yeah, for some reason we don't check things until like 5 minutes before we're supposed to do stuff.
Well, we checked it actually 15 minutes before, but we couldn't get it to work because something was going on with.
Yeah, we were messing around.
We were doing it with FaceTime and it wasn't really working.
Okay, but here we are. I'm glad to know that things are doing good.
Yeah.
Okay. So, any new Disney news you want to talk about first before we get into stuff?
Well, I don't know. Did we already say something about the Boo Bash coming?
No.
The Boo Bash?
I don't think we have.
So Disney's starting, they're going to have a Halloween party, abbreviated, but it's going to be more expensive, less time.
Yeah, like hella expensive.
And less time, but it's a Boo Bash. Changing the name, it's not Mickey's Not So Scary, it's the Boo Bash. And they're only doing it on Tuesdays and Fridays except Sunday night for Halloween.
Yeah.
But select Tuesdays and Fridays. So it's not like it can be happening every week, Tuesdays and Fridays.
Hey, Jenna Mark, I see you changed your name. Fun and fancy free Floridians. I like it.
Wow, that's a tongue twister.
I love it. Not that I'm jealous or anything.
Yes, Club Level's coming
Liz
back.
And Andy, how are you?
That's right. Club Level's coming back.
Yeah, Club Level's coming back.
I'm excited about that.
I am too. I tell you what, I have missed Club Level. Hi, BDF. How are you? So yeah, we're just talking about Boo Bash really quickly before we get into our worth the splurge kind of thing. It's expensive, you guys. Are any of you guys planning on going to the Boo Bash that are in the chat?
That are going anytime in September, October?
We have a couple of possibilities to go, but they're like, I don't know. Bob and Kai are going to be down in Florida in August on the very first. Oh, happy 59th birthday, BDF.
Oh, awesome. I'm almost there.
Almost there.
Almost there.
Bob and Kai are going to be in Disney on a daddy-daughter trip the first night of the Boo Bash, so it's going to be major hard to get tickets to that. Yeah, it is terribly expensive.
Yep, Tusker House is opening.
So you're going to try to get tickets.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to do my best to try to get tickets because I want to go. I want to see what it's like.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out this whole, because in the verbiage, select resorts are going to be able to buy tickets on the 8th, and then everybody else is the 15th. What select resorts? Like, they're being super cryptic about that. Like, is it just the Deluxe Resort people that are able to buy tickets ahead of time? I kind of don't think that's really fair because they haven't really said anything about DVC or annual pass members being able to get tickets early. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. You're going to try to get some tickets, right?
Yep.
And then see how it goes. But,
yep. I'm going to try to get tickets.
Yeah, but it is crazy expensive. You know, even more so than the regular Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party, right?
Yeah, because Mickey's Not So Scary was like $100, and it went from like 7 to like midnight or 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
This one in August it's going to be $129, and it's only going to be 3 hours. It starts at 7, ends at 10.
Right, and for Halloween night, man, $200.
$200.
Like, whew.
And no discounts.
That is crazy.
Because
hi, FBP. How are you? Oh, thanks for stopping in and saying hi. I'm glad you were able to. So yeah, crazy expensive.
Yeah, so it's like in August, September, if you're a pass holder or DVC, you get $10 off, but during October, nothing, no discount.
Yeah. you get like Bubkiss discount. So it makes me wonder, like, how many people are actually going to go, or if like it's Disney's just pricing people out, just because they're limiting the number of people who can attend. Hi, Justin. Thanks for coming back.
Yeah, sorry about that. But thanks for, giving us the thumbs up and stuff, because,
Yeah.
This live streaming stuff, there's a lot of things that go along with it, and
I need to find
still trying to get the hang of it.
I'll be right back. I need to find my paper where I wrote down stuff, because I'm scatterbrained today. So you got the con here. Hang on.
I have oh no. Okay, everybody, don't tell Kelly, but are you ready? Yeah, it might be a problem getting the tickets, because of reduced capacity. Who knows? But that's starting in August. We still got, 2 months to go, and things are happening fast. They may be opening up capacity. They may, have more tickets available. More hotels are going to be openings. Like, Boardwalk's opening their hotel on the 2nd of July 3rd or something like that.
Second, yeah.
Yeah. So they're opening their hotel on the 2nd of July. Wilderness Lodge is opening theirs in June.
I'm hoping that maybe by November, we were looking at some hotels for November, and I'm hoping that maybe by then they're going to open up
at least French Quarter or
Riverside.
Riverside, one of them.
That would be nice.
And they still got 2 of the All-Star hotels that aren't open yet.
Yeah.
So yeah. I know it depends on capacity. I know it depends on demand and having actually people who can work there, because they have to call these cast members back and retrain them, because they haven't been there for a year or more.
Yeah. Hi, Emma and John. Oh, bonjour. They're
French.
Going with the French today.
Oui.
Bonjour.
Oui,
Comment
madame.
ça va?
Comment ça va?
I know. Speaking the French. More capacity posted yesterday. Hollywood Studios Park passes. Oh, okay, that's good. Cindy,
that's awesome.
What days are you going to be there, Cindy? If you will either tell me in the chat or tell me in a DM, I would appreciate that, because I would like to know. Was it November? So yeah. So let's get on to our Worth the Splurge. So my first one on the list is actually holiday and after hours party. Is it worth splurging for?
It was.
It was.
And the jury's still out on the next one, so we'll just have to see. I mean, yes, since there is reduced capacity, there are going to be less people in the parks than what there are normally now, which is like at 35%. So if it goes to 50 and they limit it to 25, that's like, post opening again crowds. Those are small. So yeah, if you want to go in there and just be a ride Nazi and go for it, or a commando, just go for it. Then that's probably well worth it. Right.
I mean, the new one, that Boo Bash, is going to be 3 hours. And for, what do the prices start at? $139?
$129 in August, $139 in September, and $199.
What does that break down to per hour?
About $40 an hour.
$40 an hour?
$45 an hour.
Okay. Think so, if only at Walt Disney World for a very. Yeah, I agree with you, Liz and Andy. Definitely worth it if you're gonna be there for a short amount of time and you got to get the most bang for your buck. We have done both of the. That's true, Cindy. That is a good point. You can get into 7, so you can stretch your hours a little bit more.
I thought it went from 7 to 10.
Is it 7 to 10 or 7 to 12?
I don't know. Sure. We're not sure, but I thought it was from 7 to 10.
Maybe the party officially starts at 9.
I thought it started at 7.
I don't know, because usually they start the party when the park closes. Officially, officially start the party when the park closes.
We'll see. We'll get into that later. But yeah, it's the only thing is it's going to be 3 hours of party time. So that's when they start kicking people out.
Okay. Yeah, she says 7 to 12.
Okay.
So I think the official party starting time is probably at 9. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So then they'll be booting people out at 9.
So you could technically get 5 hours out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is cool. I think is worth it.
Yeah, especially if you don't have a ticket, for that day, because that is your ticket.
Right. So $130.
Yeah.
Give or take.
We'll just kind of round it up to 140.
That's kind of about the same price as a day ticket, isn't it?
Park hopper.
Well, almost. Yeah. So, it all just depends on if you're into it for seeing, for me, it's definitely worth it for the atmosphere, for the snacks, especially for Halloween.
Oh yeah, and the special characters and the trick or treating. I love Halloween because I love the candy. I love the trick or treat. I hit every trick or treat station.
Yeah.
So
I know the first time we did the Not So Scary Halloween party, we were getting ready to go on a cruise. Like right after we did 2 days at Disney and then like a 3-night cruise, we had like these.
It was like a
bags
pillowcase full of candy that we took on the cruise with us. So it was awesome.
Free food. I know. So yeah, definitely. I think it's worth it. Paying $200 for Halloween night.
I would do it.
I would do it. We would do it.
I would do it just because it's Halloween night, and I'm a big Halloween is my jam. I love Halloween.
Yeah.
And I would go in full costume too.
You would.
Yes, I would.
Sweating and everything.
Everything. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it kind of seems like the general consensus of everybody thinks that it would be worth it.
Right.
My favorite after hours was the Villains after hours. That was super fun. We also did we've done the Christmas party, the Halloween party, the Villains.
And we've done a few of the morning ones too.
The early morning magic.
Early morning magic.
I don't know if that one was
I don't think the early morning magic was really worth it.
Justin, that is a subject. Halloween Horror Nights.
I would love to be there.
Bob would love to be there. And if you want to go and meet Bob and Kaya, I'm sure they would love it.
Yeah, totally.
I am not a Halloween person. I am a chicken from stem to stern. I'm a big chicken, and Halloween Horror Nights freaks me out. So, since now we have Universal annual passes. Hey, Chris, how are you, bald guy? Since we now have Universal annual passes, Bob and Kaya have talked about.
Yeah, but we'd have to do it in August. Is it open in August?
I think, when does Halloween Horror Nights start, Justin? Do you know? So it's a possibility, or maybe even next year, depending on.
Yeah, we'll just have to see
what happens. But it would be fun to go with somebody who knows.
Oh, totally! I would totally hang with you, dude. We'd have some fun.
September 3rd. Okay.
I won't be there.
Okay, yeah, you won't be there in September.
No.
But it is a possibility. But that would be cool to meet up with Justin and do some Halloween Horror Nights, or anybody else that wants.
Or anybody else that would like to do it. Yeah.
So you have anything else you want to say about after hours?
Holiday after hours parties, for the most part, yes. I would do it.
Yeah.
So.
I would too. I mean, I still, everything at Disney is expensive, and we all know that because we love Disney and we just fork out the money for it. But I think it's worth it, and Disney always makes it.
They do make it worth it. I think they do, because it's just the special things you get when you're there, like they get special cavalcades that are going to happen this year. The special characters, like you can only see Jack and Sally during the Halloween parties.
True.
And so if you want to do that, then it's awesome, and you can wear costumes.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever walked away from a Halloween or after hours party that we said that was not worth it at all. I think we've always come away happy.
Right. And the Christmas parties, I like the Christmas parties too.
Yeah.
Just because they're fun.
You know what I love about Christmas is when they take Space Mountain and do the Halloween one.
The overlays.
Like, boom, boom, boom. If you guys have ever done Space Mountain at the Halloween party, they have it's pitch black and they do like heavy metal kind of music in there. It's really cool, but it's super freaky.
Yeah.
I like the Christmas one because they have Christmas, like starlights going on and Christmas music. That was really cool. You could kind of see the track a little bit better.
Right. And, and there's other overlays they do, when you're doing what is it?
Autotopia.
It's not Autotopia.
It's not Autotopia at Disney World.
No. That car driving was Daisy.
What is it called, Dre?
Tomorrowland Speedway. They have a Christmas overlay. They have that in Space Mountain. They also have it, and they have Carlotta at Haunted Mansion that she does her spiel.
Yeah, she talks,
and that's pretty freaking cool the way she interacts with everybody.
Yeah.
So she's gonna be there this year too.
Yeah.
At the Boo Bash. And I always loved, I'm not a big parade fan, but I love the Halloween parades.
Yeah, the Halloween parades are cool.
Yeah.
Hey, the Journey Waits, how you doing today? So yeah, I definitely think, in my opinion, yes, it's worth it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on. The next thing is, and by the way, we have done all of these things that are on our list. We're not going to talk about anything we haven't done. We haven't done a dessert party. We haven't done like a VIP tour. We haven't done a fireworks cruise. So we're not going to talk about those today. We're just going to talk about things
thank you so much.
that we have done and talk about that. So the next one on my list is club level.
Club level. I
Cindy
have
mentioned
mixed
club level.
emotions about club level.
Yeah.
Cindy mentioned club
Yeah,
level.
she said club level's coming back, and
Mhm.
I'm pretty excited about that.
There's certain ones that, yes, I believe that they are, but there are certain ones that I don't think they are worth it. So it just
Hi,
depends on the resort. Because
Mhm.
what have we had club level at?
We've done club level at the Disneyland Hotel in
Yes.
California, which was the best.
It was the best one,
by the way.
Yes.
I've done Yacht Club. We've done Boardwalk.
Boardwalk, I like.
We've done one or two others, I think.
We've done Polynesian.
Oh yeah, Polynesian. And usually when we've done club level, it's like for a special occasion, and it's usually like 1 or 2 nights.
Right.
We don't like throw down and do club level for the whole stay, because that's like cha-ching.
Except for the Disneyland, we did that for the whole stay.
But then the Disneyland Hotel, I think we were only there for 3 nights.
Yeah, but the reason we did that was so we wouldn't, we save money on food, because Disneyland doesn't have the same dining experiences as Disney World. So we figured, well, if we're going to have we can get sandwiches, we can go up and get drinks and sandwich, and chips and everything. So we did actually save money on food by doing club level, which kind of evened it out.
Yeah, kind of evened it out. Oh, thank you, Melinda. This is my flower and garden shirt that I got. So Jenna Mark said we got upgraded to club level at, that's nice, Grand Floridian. And we have not done club level at Wilderness Lodge. That was one that was on my list.
That's one we want to do. So we're just going to have to wait and see what it's like.
And Cindy says Polynesian's worth it for the pog juice.
The pog juice.
I'm telling you what, for us, club level was worth it for the beer.
Yeah, that's what it was. Because we had club level on the 3rd of July a couple of years ago, and we watched the fireworks from Polynesian Beach, and just going back and forth, grabbing beers and taking it to the beach. That was
was awesome.
That was like one of the best experiences ever.
I think we camped out in those, those Adirondack chairs that are on the beach at the Polynesian, if you've ever seen them, and they face the castle. We camped out there like 3 hours before the fireworks show. And, one or the other of us would run back up to club level and grab a couple of beers and bring it back down to the beach.
Usually I did.
Usually it was you.
Yeah.
But that was amazing.
That was the best thing ever, because you could. So for me, on special occasions, club level, definitely worth it.
Yeah, there's no way that we could do it every trip. No way. And I think to use it as a special occasion thing, it is definitely worth it. Like a couple of nights, you can go in and grab breakfast. I don't know how they're going to do club level after they open back up. It'll be interesting to see how they do it. But to grab breakfast, and then at dinner they have like heavy appetizers. If you're a light eater,
and desserts.
Yeah, if you're a light eater, you could use that as your dinner.
You could. You really could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So definitely, if you're splurging on things, something for a special birthday, anniversary, anything like that you're celebrating.
Oh yeah, and if you're there for a few nights, just book a couple of nights club level somewhere, and just because
or just one.
We are total resort hoppers. We will spend one night in a resort and go to another one for 2.
Yeah, I agree, Cindy. With no dining plan, if you have a couple of kids, it's worth it.
Yeah, it's totally worth it without the dining plan.
Yeah, the breakfast was pretty good. Actually, they had, Mickey waffles and pancakes. And when we did club level at the Disneyland Hotel in California, we had the same staff that was in there the 3 days that we were there, and he kind of got to know us. He would make Bob like a cold brew coffee in the morning. He would always bring me a mimosa in the morning. It was amazing.
Yep.
So yeah, the club level cast members are awesome too.
Yeah, they are. They really treat you right.
Yeah. All right. So the next one on my list is signature dining restaurants. Is it worth it?
Now it's not.
Right now?
There's 2 signature dining experiences since the reopening that I would go back to, and the rest I probably wouldn't.
Not for a while.
Not until everything gets back to normal, or they start expanding the menus and whatever. And that's Topolino's and the Boathouse. Those 2
and
places.
Le Cellier. We went to Le Cellier.
Yeah, Le Cellier was good too.
It was really good.
But you really got to want steak. You
do.
I didn't want steak, so I pretty much had 2 appetizers.
So you had it. Did you not get steak at Le Cellier? Okay. Oh, that's right, because you got the beer cheese soup and the poutine.
And the poutine.
Yeah, and that was plenty.
It was good. It was plenty, but I'm not as big as carnivore or steak as she is, so
Me and Kai are steak people.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, it's been kind of weird the last couple of times. Actually, the last 2 or 3 trips we've been. There have been a couple of, and I'm not going to throw out any names.
No.
Um,
But there's been a couple of them that we really liked a
that
lot.
We've always really liked that have not been like fantastic.
No, and then some of our favorites still aren't open. So,
Yeah.
that's another thing. It's like with Flying Fish and Chico, they're not open.
Right. So, kind of 2 years ago when you would go and book, a signature restaurant, Chico or California Grill or
Then
anything
yes,
like that.
Totally.
It was totally
Every
amazing.
one of them were amazing.
But right now, can't eat steak. My upper teeth would fall out. That's not good.
No, that's not good.
We don't want that to happen.
And in some places, that's all your options are pretty limited to just steak. It's like, I don't even know if they had a fish option.
I don't think they did.
No.
At Les Celliers.
So I was like, I'll just eat appetizers because I just did not want steak.
And like we said, that was plenty.
Yeah, it was. I had plenty. I loved the beer cheese soup was amazing. And everybody says that Canada has the best beer cheese soup there is. And I
and
agree.
the poutine was fantastic.
Mhm.
And they actually had what I liked about Les Celliers. That was your first experience.
That was my first, yeah.
And I hadn't been for maybe like 4 years. Dre and I went once together when we did a mom-son trip. And it was better this time than it was the first time we went. But they had like different drinks. That you tried. It was the raspberry one and that maple whiskey.
Yeah.
thing.
Oh my God, that was delicious.
Was so good.
I loved it. That maple whiskey, it was so good.
It tasted just like apple juice.
Well, it tasted like maple syrup and apple juice.
It did. It was so good.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you guys go to Les Celliers, try that one because I'm not a whiskey person. But it was amazing. It was smooth, super smooth.
Yeah, you didn't really taste the whiskey. I could have stood a little bit more whiskey taste, but other than that, it was great.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, so I'm and John, we may have to put Les Celliers on our list.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see.
Totally.
But right now, if you're gonna go right now, signature dining,
it's hit and miss.
It's hit and miss.
Yeah, so you might not have the best experience.
We've had most of our favorite meals have been at like the single credit.
Yeah.
Restaurants. If you go back to dining plan, what the
like Mama Melrose.
Mama Melrose was great.
It's hard to.
Art Smith's Homecoming is great.
Yeah.
So all of those that would be
that steampunk place. What is it? Edison. That food was amazing. Pretty much all the single credits are just they're rocking it right now.
So okay, Cindy, thank you for giving me your dates. Hopefully by then the signature dining will be. I think what has happened too is a lot of chefs have like shifted. Like one restaurant, it used to be great and that chef left and went somewhere else. And that does happen all the time. Hey, Wayne, how are you? It's late there for you guys in Emma and John, isn't it?
Really. It's like 7:00.
Okay, not too late.
7:30.
Hope we're not interrupting your tea time. So yeah, right now it's hit or miss. Hopefully by October, November, when things open back up again, it'll improve.
Yeah, I would love to eat my way around Epcot too.
Me too.
Got some great restaurants there.
I'm really waiting for what's the one in the Japan Pavilion? The signature restaurant.
Oh,
Takumi Tei.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for that one to open back up because I really want to go there.
That's an experience.
It's
dining, though. That's more of a experience than food.
Yeah, but I'd like to try that.
So.
All right, so we're going to move on to our next splurge, and that is annual passes.
Annual passes.
Is it worth the splurge?
In my opinion, I know they're like around $1,000, something like that, for an annual pass. If you're going for more than 5 days, then at least one of your parties should have an annual pass.
At least one person in your group.
Because it does save you money. I mean, you get free parking in the parks. You get 20% off merch. You could probably even get discounts on your hotel room. We've saved 35% on hotel rooms when we're not staying DVC.
Right, yeah.
Just with the annual pass. I mean, come on, that's hundreds of dollars right there.
It is. Yeah, I don't know when they're going to start selling like regular annual passes again. We got super lucky because when Disney World closed, we still had annual passes, and as DVC members, we were able to buy renewals.
Yeah.
Like right before they shut down the whole.
Well, you can still buy renewals.
Yeah, but
you just can't buy new
even
ones.
for a while, they shut down everybody.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. So we got right in under the wire and got our renewal certificate, and then when they opened it back up again, I think 2 of us had our renewal certificates, and then you needed one. And then when you called DVC, they said,
yeah, I had to buy one like 6 months out. And
Yeah.
because when you had to start buying park passes, you had to have a ticket associated with your account or you couldn't get a park pass. And in order to get we had a trip in December planned and I couldn't get park passes because my pass was expired by then.
Right.
So I had to they usually don't renew it that far out, but they did because they're DVC and they love me.
And they know you give them all your money.
And I sweet talked the cast member and they said, yes, we can do that for you. And so I was able to get it.
Yeah.
So I can make park passes.
So we've been super lucky with our annual passes. We do these, since we have DVC, we do the gold pass. We used to get the platinum pass and pay out the nose for it.
Mm-hmm. But still, it was worth it.
But even then, yes, I thought it was worth it because not only do you get the discounts, like Cindy said, if you buy lots of souvenirs like we do.
Yeah, we do. We kind of break the bank.
We happen to shop just a little bit, but we budget for that.
Yes. But you also, what is it? Free photo pass. So all your pictures are taken care of.
Right. So you get the photo pass, included. So I think it's worth it.
Yeah.
Like, did you say dining? Also,
10% off dining.
10% off your dining with annual. So it does.
It adds up.
Does add up.
It adds up a lot. I know we've saved bukus with the.
But like Bob said, if you have a family of 5 and you all can't afford to do annual pass, just have one person in your whole group get the annual pass, because then everybody
can use that person's pass to get discounts and everything and parking, and you get your whole party gets taken care of.
Oh, Justin, you got October 1st about Hollywood Studios. Okay, I wonder, are they going to let you park hop on October 1st? Curious, because October 1st is the 50th. If you get into Hollywood Studios in the morning, are you going to be able to park hop to Magic Kingdom or Epcot? Because Ratatouille's opening that day.
So Melinda thinks the annual pass worth it just for the magnets.
For the
magnets.
I said bandits.
I said what? Magnets. You
for
just
the
heard
magnets.
me wrong. I know. I stumbled in my words.
You did. Magnets are Yeah. So that'll be interesting to know if you're able to park hop.
Yeah, I think. But if the park's at capacity, you're not, because that's the rule.
True.
It's like you got to call and see if the park's at capacity.
Yeah, it makes me wonder.
But I mean, it'd be interesting.
Yeah.
It would be.
Yeah, it would be very interesting.
I don't even want to be close to that place on October 1st.
Yeah, capacity will probably be max. Yeah, that's why we decided not to book a trip the 1st of October. We kicked around the idea for about 10 minutes.
Yeah, it took about 10 minutes.
And then decided, we were in Disney World on, what was it, the 40th? No, 45th anniversary. Yeah. Bob and I were there on the 45th anniversary, and we were just going to go into Magic Kingdom to get like a shirt.
Mm-hmm.
And the line for the Emporium was nuts.
And that's pre-COVID.
Pre-COVID, yeah.
That's a line out the door.
We walked in and went, holy monkey, and turned around and went back out. Didn't we?
We got a picture that proves we were there.
So Jen and Mark are going to be at Magic Kingdom on October 1st. We're going to live vicariously through you.
Yeah.
And you can tell us how
tell us how crazy it is.
Yeah. I'm going to go off the reservation here really quickly and talk about Universal annual passes, because this is the first time we've ever bought Universal annual passes. You guys, they are so much cheaper than Disney annual passes. The only reason why we got...
Yeah, but it ain't Disney.
It's not Disney, no. But I'm saying... back in March, Universal was running like a special deal where if you bought like the seasonal pass, there's some blackout dates and stuff like that, which were times that we would never go. Anyway, it was $305 for an annual pass, and you got 3 months for free. So we got a 15-month annual pass for $300 a piece, which I thought was pretty amazing. So if Disney did stuff like that, that would be cool. But they're not gonna.
They're not going.
You might as well forget about that.
You might as well forget about it.
Anyway, Disney annual passes, I think it's worth it for at least one person to have.
Yeah.
I think.
Mhm.
Okay, so let's talk about the next thing I have written down is upgraded views at your resort.
No, I know we're going to disagree on this one.
Water views, boardwalk view, theme park views. Is it worth it to pay more for your view?
If you're not going to be in your room a lot, no.
Okay.
I don't think so.
You don't think so at all?
No.
Okay. I say yes.
I knew we'd disagree on this one because I'm like, if you're not going to be in your hotel room, why pay the extra money for it? You know, because sometimes it's $100 or more a night. So it's just, if it's not that much more, then yes, I'll spring for it. But you know, when we go, we don't usually hang out at the hotel that much.
So Emma and John, you disagree on that one too. I'm going to guess and say John says yes, it's worth it. Emma says no, it's not worth it. Because usually John and I are on the same page, and you and Bob are on the same page. And Justin says both of us.
Both.
So yes and no. I like to sit outside and take in the ambiance and the sounds.
Yeah,
and
but
the
we
views
do it so little.
Well, last trip we went and we were at Copper Creek. We sat outside a lot.
Well, that's because we forced you to.
You forced me to sit outside?
Mm-hmm. No, we forced you to stay in the room.
Oh, that's right.
We forced you to take a day off from the parks.
Yeah.
You know, because this was like the first time Kelly's ever taken a day off from the parks.
And we ended up going to the park.
But that was my idea. So she was holding to it like she was supposed to. But she still didn't stay in the room. She went out walking around the resort. So
I did, but I think it's worth it. I mean, I like that, you know, kind of. I like the water view. I like the boardwalk view. I've only had one theme park view, and that was when Dre and I went and we stayed at the Contemporary. We had a theme park view. And that was nice, but that one, I think I like kind of the quieter, you know, kind of views, like watery.
I think it depends on the resort, actually, because I like the animals at Animal Kingdom. So I would definitely pay for Savannah View. Hi,
Emma M. She says, I actually prefer the cheaper rooms. I like to be out of the way. So yeah, I think Bob's kind of
I'm kind of that way too. You know, the Bay Lake Tower water view is the best, I think, view ever. I love that one.
Yeah.
So I would pay extra for that one.
Seems like it's kind of split a little bit in the chat.
Yeah.
You know, Jenna Marks says Castle View, definitely worth it. Liz and Andy said upgrade for a resort only trip. And I understand that.
Yeah, if it was a resort only trip and you weren't going to the parks, oh, totally. I would be on, you know, a water view or some kind of, you know, nice balcony view.
Yeah, definitely for resort only. Because if you're going to be spending a lot of time out there,
you need to get your money's worth.
Yeah, definitely. But, you know, I'm kind of that, you know, that I can't get it at home. So I want to do it while we're on.
Even if she's there for 15 minutes. That's enough. Even if I just sit on this balcony for 10 minutes, I got my money's worth. That's her view.
Hey, Jen, how are you today? So yeah, I think it's worth it for the upgraded view. And usually I win most of the time.
All the time. I don't think it's most of the time.
Well, I mean, sometimes not when we stay at Pop Century or anything like that.
Well, because there's nothing to look at.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you know, but I have no problem.
And they don't have balconies, so.
They don't. But if, you know, French Quarter or Riverside were open, you know, there's really.
They don't have balconies either.
They don't have balconies either.
No.
But yeah, if you're staying at a deluxe resort, I think it is. Hey, Paul and Jenna, how are you? Thanks for popping in. Yeah, I definitely think it's worth it. Bob,
it depends. Like I said, it depends on the resort, and it depends on, you know, how long we're there, how much, you know, we got to do. Because sometimes we're not even in the rooms a lot. So it's like, what's the point? Why pay the extra for it?
Right. So Justin says, don't know if I'm going to pay $3,000 for the Star Wars hotel.
I know I'm not.
That's probably not what we're going to do. We're going to have to like watch everybody else do it. We're not huge, big Star Wars people. So, I mean, it's going to be an amazing experience. Amazing experience. But that's expensive. And is there a limit? Like, is it a 3-day experience or something like that for the Star Wars hotel? Do you know?
Yeah, and if you're a Star Wars fan, man, that's like the ultimate.
If that's like your ultimate Star Wars,
gosh,
like,
that would be like,
list.
yeah, that's like going to Skywalker Ranch as far as I'm concerned.
2 days, okay.
Yeah, that's, you know, heck yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of on par with a 3-night Disney cruise.
It kind of is, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I get it, and I totally get it, and I support everybody that wants to do it. I just think it would be lost on me.
Well, you get a lightsaber too?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, wow. So, just because you get the lightsaber,
That's cool.
I'm going to go.
That's pretty cool. So I'm going to piggyback onto the upgraded view and ask if it's worth it for a deluxe resort. Is it worth it for you?
Oh, totally.
Totally.
Yeah.
I do too. I mean, like, again, if you're going to be spending a lot of time at your resort, or if you have plans like dining, or if you are going to spend a lot of time in one area, if you're going to spend a lot of time at Epcot or at Magic Kingdom, it's nice to have your resort like right there close by.
Mm-hmm.
So far, everybody says yes in the chat. You can sometimes get pretty decent prices, if you can find a good discount.
Well,
on deluxe resorts.
To me, the deluxe resorts are worth it because of their locations.
Yes.
Because they're all located, except for Animal Kingdom, they're all located pretty much around something like, Disney Springs or, the Epcot resorts or the Magic Kingdom resorts. I love the convenience of the Magic Kingdom resorts. I mean, of course, the resorts are great. They're all amazing. And
they're all great.
Their theming is awesome. And, and then also with the Epcot resorts, it's worth every penny just for the location.
Yeah, we were actually pretty surprised. Our last trip, we stayed our arrival night at All Star Movies, and we were actually really surprised at that resort it was like $130 for the first night. It was really nice, but I don't know if we're gonna go for more than 2 or 3 nights. I would want the bigger room and the more amenities and things like that. But if you're just gonna hit the parks the whole time and not be in your room, I think it's definitely maybe a better option to go for a moderate or a value. But if you're, if you like the lounges like we do at the resorts, I think the deluxe
and the
resorts,
bars.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
I know, lounges, bars.
I go for the more classy word like lounge.
I say bar.
Bob goes for bar. But yeah, I think it's worth it for that.
Mm-hmm.
Totally. And like I said, the upgraded amenities, the bigger rooms, things like that. I think it's worth it.
And All Star Movies was beautiful, and they refurbed the rooms, and the rooms were awesome.
Yeah, the All Star Movies were exactly like the Pop Century rooms, almost identical.
Yeah,
which is cool.
Right, and sometimes. Lately, that's all that's been available.
Yeah, and a lot of times we'll do arrival night at one of the less expensive hotels and then move the next day. Mm-hmm. Hey, King Daddy, how are you, Kurt? So yeah, I think it's worth it.
Yeah, I do have some favorite moderates, and that would be the Port Orleans ones. But deluxe, I would stay deluxe every time if I could. Yeah,
and of course, it all depends on your budget and what you're going to do that time, but. Yeah, for us, it's totally worth it.
Totally worth it.
So next one on my list is tours, special tours. If any of you guys have done special tours, let us know. We have done Keys to the Kingdom. I've done Keys to the Kingdom.
And I've done
Marceline to
Magic Kingdom. And I liked it. I liked it a lot. I
did too. I definitely think that it was worth it. Keys to the Kingdom is about a 6-hour thing, 6-hour tour, I think. Marceline to Magic Kingdom was 3 or 4.
It was like 4.
Yeah, 3 or 4 hours.
It was like half the price of Keys to the Kingdom.
I think so. You learn so much on these tours. I'm waiting for them to start these tours again because there are some that I would love to do again.
Yeah, I don't really want to do Keys to the Kingdom because I don't need to see the utilidors or anything.
I loved it.
I know she does, but she likes all that stuff. I don't. I liked the whole story about Walt, and his journey that with Marceline to Magic Kingdom was great. But that's enough for me. I don't think I would splurge for Keys to the Kingdom.
I would. Okay, so Paul and Jenna says behind the scenes at Epcot was great. I'd like to do that one too, and I think Kaya would like that one too.
Yeah, because she
loves plants.
She's a little mini botanist.
Jenna Mark says we did Epcot Destinations one. Yeah. Oh, okay, Cindy, let me know, and I'll do a tour with you. I'll come down and do a tour with you. They're awesome. You learn so much. Like if you like backstory and things like that. The Marceline to Magic Kingdom one, we rode 3 rides. We got to see inside of the Haunted Mansion.
That was super cool.
We got to be underneath where the
Where the ballroom scene
the
is.
ballroom scene is. We got to see how the ballroom works. It was super cool because the ride was above us. You know, where the ballroom's down here and you're going on the ride. We were like underneath the cars.
And the ride was going while we were down there.
So our guide was like, you got to be quiet because if they hear you talking up there, they're going to freak out. So we had to be quiet. But it was so cool to see how everything worked in the ballroom and, you know, kind of going behind the scenes. Keys to the Kingdom, we got to see behind the scenes at Splash Mountain, and like the amount of water that comes through there is amazing. Yeah, we should all do it. That would be so cool. Wouldn't it be cool to do? Paul and Jenna says we should all do a tour when they come back. It would be cool to get a group, like a YouTuber group together
and do that.
So Emma M says I wanted to go to Disneyland Paris one, but no one would come with me. Oh, I think I would do a tour by myself though.
She would. Because
you have a little earpiece that you're listening to your guide, and people don't really interact with each other a lot. So basically you are listening to your tour guide. You're kind of on your own anyway. You're kind of on your own anyway. So I think if you're traveling solo or if nobody wants to go with you, I think a tour would be one of those things that I'm not comfortable doing much by myself. Like I hate eating by myself. I've never done a solo trip because I need people to talk to.
She needs people to boss around, is what she needs.
But I think doing a tour would be one of those things that I could do on my own because it's you're in your own space and you're just listening to your tour guide. Sometimes people will ask questions, but you stop and then you move and you know you're just listening. You
are kind of like in your bubble.
You're in your tiny little bubble. So I think that you would be okay on your own, Cindy or anyone. But yeah, it would be hella fun to do a YouTuber group tour. That'd be amazing. Especially if you could stop and have a cocktail. That would be fun.
I did that in New Orleans.
You did?
Yeah. It was like a ghost tour and we stopped at a bar to have cocktails.
Yeah. So once tours come back.
That's what they need. I think I would pay for that. I don't care which tour it is. Do you stop and have cocktails?
Yeah. Definitely a Disney bubble inside a Disney bubble. That is true. Even on the rides that we went on, we did Winnie the Pooh and Haunted Mansion and Carousel of Progress and Jungle Cruise. Like Jungle Cruise, you get your own boat. You're out on the Jungle Cruise with other people at the park. So you definitely are inside your own little bubble.
Yeah, and we had our own little section of Carousel of Progress.
Yeah, you go through and you go through the fast pass line. With your tour guide. So yeah, it was definitely worth it. Yeah. Disney bar crawl. We need one of those too. We're just going to have like a Disney YouTubers trip.
Yep. Totes.
Maybe next year when things are, more back to normal. So the next thing on my list is the deluxe dining plan. When dining plans come back. When and if they come back, hopefully.
It depends on what it's going to be.
Yeah. So if any of you guys have ever done the deluxe dining plan, let us know. We've done it a few times.
We've done it almost every time.
Almost.
Yeah. Because I loved it. Because, one of the things I love about the Disney dining plans is you don't look at the menu and you go, oh, well, that's,
that's a $60
$75 steak. Do I really want to splurge on that? It's like, hey, it's a $75 steak. It's already paid for. Give it to me, So I thought so. And I would always get everything. And you know what? I paid for it later. I would be so full.
Yeah. Paul and Jenna, okay, we eat a lot. We do too. Like our trips are focused around food. So we always plan our trips. Em and John know this because we've planned trips with them before. We have a big whiteboard. A big dry erase whiteboard. We get out the whiteboard and we section it off in days. And before our trip, we have to decide where we're going to eat first.
Yeah, before we do anything else.
And then we plan our park days around where we're going to eat. So yeah, food is a huge big part of our trips. So yeah, Liz and Andy said we always get our money's worth. So do we.
Yeah, I never left money on the table except one day, and that's when a hurricane. We left a day early.
Right.
Yeah. So that was the only time, and because they were asking people if they could leave, early because a hurricane was coming. And we did. We left. A day
early, but then we went to the shop and got like tons of snacks.
Yeah, we got tons of snacks to bring home with us, but still, it's not the same. Snacks are.
Yeah. So Jen says, such a good deal. Love not having to worry about the cost. Exactly. I think that was part of our
And it's
thing,
all
too.
prepaid. It's like,
Yeah.
you're not worried about it because you've already paid for it.
Right. And the only thing you have to pay is tips.
Right.
You know, when you go.
Mhm.
So yeah. Oh, you do the whiteboard too. Nice.
Oh,
Listening
we
to-
would be dead without a whiteboard. One of us
Yeah.
would have killed each other because
I know.
we, first off, I have old fart brain, and I can't remember when she starts talking things, and we're like, wait a minute, what? So
What now? Tell me what day we were gonna do
yeah,
this.
we're how's that? And then God dang it.
Yeah, I know you keep.
So
hitting-
anyway, if with a whiteboard, it's right there.
Yeah, we have to write it down and
And
see
then we
it.
have a lot of racing.
Yeah, we do. And then I go and change the plans. And then yeah.
And then it starts all over again.
Yeah.
It's a fun party.
Yeah. Justin, I'm gonna let you know when we're in Disney next time, because I would love to meet up with you.
Yeah,
if
totally.
you have time.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think that deluxe dining plan is worth it. It has been for us in the past. So yeah.
We take a picture of it too.
We do.
Yes, because we have to.
Yeah, we do. I take my camera and go ching ching
And take a picture.
and take a picture, because then when your dining plan window opens, or your dining reservation window opens up, I have to have it all like right there. You know, and I'm one of those nerdy people that wakes up at 5 o'clock in the morning to get our advanced dining reservations, because it's imperative that
we
stick
get
to
what
the
we
plan.
want. Whatever.
I know, and
She
then I
never
change
sticks.
it.
Then she changes it.
I know.
Then she's like on her phone. Hey, there's an
Hey, we
opening
could
at
go to Art Smith."
Topolino's. Hey, there's an opening at Art Smith's. And I said,
Yeah.
I thought, what happened to what we already planned? Kai and I have gotten to the point where Kai just said, just tell me where to be, because I know you're going to change it anyway. So
I don't change plans though when there's other parties involved. Like,
because she can't.
I can't.
She can only screw us around. She can't screw other people.
I know.
around.
Women trying to get me like, oh, Kelly, she changed the plan again.
Shut up.
So yeah, for us the deluxe dining plan.
It's
is
worth
totally
it.
been
I
worth it.
totally
Plus, when you could get like a cocktail at dinner,
Yeah.
one alcoholic beverage at dinner.
I wanted it right before Annie Rona showed up. They started that new dining plan with the
Oh, that's right.
the two sit down restaurants.
The
And
two
what was it
single
called?
credits.
Yeah, that you could do. I was so ready to do that. I wanted that one because
I had totally forgotten about that. Yeah, they don't care. Our plans get changed.
no, seriously, you
don't want
don't
them to
say
change,
that
no,
because
then it gives me free license.
yeah,
to
and then it
shave.
gets crazy. So
Yeah.
I this is why I'm bald. I pulled my hair out. Seriously, because it's like, oh, sheesh, here it goes again.
I know the refillable mug was cool.
Yes,
I kind of miss that.
I kind of do too.
Cindy says I was up at 4 trying to get Tusker House for July. Oh, still couldn't get it. Maybe something will open up.
Yeah, keep trying, because a lot of times, and especially the day before they open up, because people cancel because they have to cancel 24 hours in advance.
Yeah.
And there's people like, I'm not mentioning names, but who book double reservations in case she might change her mind.
I don't do that a lot.
Yes, you do. Almost every trip.
I'm going to tell you something else. If you guys don't know this, if you don't have a touring plans subscription, it's like $17 for a year. They have a reservation finder. If you just go to touringplans.com and you get like a subscription for the year, they have a thing. If you Google touring plans reservation finder, you can put in a certain restaurant that you're looking for a reservation for. They will send you a text or an alert when something pops up. So I have done that. Yeah. See, Jen and Joe, touring plans worked for us. See,
touring plans seriously
works. I've gotten California Grill reservations before on touring plans. So you put in what day and what restaurant you want, kind of what time, lunch or dinner, or if you want a specific time. If something pops up, you do have to respond right away. Like Jen said, you have to be like on it. So if you miss it, it's gone in a heartbeat. But we've gotten several reservations with their reservation finder that way.
And that's something we're splurging on. I have to agree.
Definitely.
That has saved our bacon several times.
Right.
And it's their park times are pretty much on point.
Their wait times.
Their wait times, because the ones Disney lists and the ones they list don't always match up.
Yeah.
And theirs are usually more correct.
Yeah. Touring plans, how it works with their like ride wait times is it's people in the park that are reporting on how long they actually waited. and they'll put in their wait times on there. So it's kind of like Disney says the wait's 45 minutes, but actual wait's going to be more like 25 minutes. So it's been great for us. We've used it for
use it for dining.
So you're the reason we couldn't get what we wanted. It's possible.
It's very possible.
And I'm sorry for that.
No, she's not. She's heartless when it comes to dining reservations. So
you have to be cutthroat sometimes.
I do agree.
Yeah,
I do agree.
I was going to say touring plans. You can also make room requests at all the resorts. They have layouts of the rooms, and you can see views from the rooms. If you're big on views, like I am, they'll send a fax to Disney. You can put in your reservation number and what type of room you have booked. And you can look at all of the views from those rooms, and you say, hey, I like that view if you're like at Animal Kingdom Lodge or Copper Creek or something like that. I use it a lot. You look at the rooms, and then you say, I want to request room 1612, and then they'll send a fax to Disney. And, over half the time we get something very close to that.
Yeah, very close to it.
So, yeah, touring plans, definitely worth it.
Okay, move on.
Okay, renting a car.
Right now, I agree. I think renting a car is worth it. As long as it's not too heinously expensive. Because when it gets up to like $100 a day, that's a little ridiculous.
Yeah.
But until they get all the transportation back and all the buses running and everything, it's kind of a pain getting around the parks. It's just a reality.
Yeah.
And you could be waiting for hours. Because they said usually when it's normal, you plan an hour and a half just to get to where you're going. Now it's more like at 2 hours, 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
you really gotta, kind of weigh it out, because you also got to pay for parking. But if you're DVC, and you're staying DVC, you don't have to. So it's
right. It's kind of a 50-50. Just depends. Chris, I will buy you a drink in September, by the way, make up for that.
Yeah.
It depends.
Make her buy you two.
I probably would too.
Yeah.
It depends on, like everybody has said, it has gotten super expensive to rent a car right now. And what we have heard is what happened was during the whole travel shutdown during Corona, a lot of the rental car companies sold off their cars to be able to stay afloat. And now the amount of cars they have to rent out is limited. So they don't have as much inventory for rental cars as they used to. So yeah, we kind of think it has doubled, Jen.
And the thing is, I would do the whole Uber and Lyft thing too, but that's hard to get to because there's a whole lot of demand, but not so many drivers. And I know Kelly and I waited for a Lyft ride
for 30 minutes.
No, it was an hour and a half. Yes, because I had scheduled it and they screwed up. They even sent me an email apologizing for it, but it was we had to rebook it just to get it.
Right, they did. Like Lyft actually sent you an email that says, we're sorry that there was an issue with because what happened is it got a driver picked it up and then he dropped it. And then we had to wait for another driver to pick up.
Yeah, and that's the problem is because there's so few drivers, they get to be more choosy. And so if they don't want to come to where you're at, they won't pick up your ride.
Or if it's a short trip.
Yeah, or if it's a short trip and it's not worth it to them. So right now it's kind of like Lyft and, Uber is kind of dicey.
It is. Definitely worth it though. If you're traveling at an off-peak time, totally worth it. Yeah. Paul and Jenna, I'm in the industry, was in a meeting with visitor about rental cars, not enough cars.
Yeah, they sold a lot.
Yeah,
because we've gotten there late at night and it's like there's no car. We had one car left in the whole parking lot.
Yeah, we usually rent from Hertz, and so they have like a section, say go pick your car out of the gold section. We've gotten there late at night and there's no cars. And so we have to go to the desk and there's no cars, and they're like, oh, we'll go pick a car from President's Circle
or
and
whatever.
There's one car.
Yeah, or is there anything in President's Circle? Yeah, there's one. Okay, take it.
So yeah. So yeah, I think probably Wayne by September.
It should be different. Yeah, because it's getting better. I'm just saying, it's just like right now it's just everything is starting to come back together. And there's growing pains, and you just got to deal. Right. That's all there is to it.
Yeah. Okay. We'll let you know, Paul and Jenna, if you need a ride.
Totally.
Thank you. And I love Disney transportation too because it's free. It gets you where you're going. It's dependable. Right now, sometimes you have to wait for the bus just because they're not filling the buses like they used to. You remember the old days where they used to like pack you in like sardines?
Yeah, and they're not driving as many buses either.
No, they're not driving as many buses. So, you know, it's a totally subjective and different subject right now. We never used to rent a car.
No.
Until
this last year. And then we try to rent it.
And then we got used to it. And then we found out also, if you're staying on Disney property, you know, parking in the parks is free.
Or a pass holder.
Or if you're a pass holder. If you want to, this is going to be my next, is it worth the splurge, is priority parking.
Preferred
parking. Usually it's what, $50?
No, it's 45.
Is it 45?
Yeah.
If you are staying on property, if you're a pass holder, you get that for half price.
No, you get $20. You get, because regular parking's 25, preferred's 45. So you get the 25 off.
True.
So you only pay 20 for preferred parking. Yeah.
So we've
you
started
just pay the upcharge.
Yeah. So we have started paying for preferred parking
because it's the first 5 rows. First 5 rows. First 5 rows. You can see them all. They just are hiding.
It's just that one's tucked in.
Yeah.
Yeah. $45. That's for preferred parking.
Yeah.
If regular if regular parking is $25 a day, if you're not a
but like I said, if you're a DVC or annual pass or staying on property, you already get parking included. So they just charge you the extra, which is $20. And to me, man, it has saved our bacon a couple of times.
It has, when it's super hot too. I don't think once they start running the trams that we'll pay for preferred parking anymore.
No, we probably won't, because walking sometimes, I mean, especially Animal Kingdom, if you're out in the boonies at Animal Kingdom,
you're going to walk 20 minutes.
It's like walking through the Sahara Desert because it is hot.
Yeah. We've only started doing preferred parking.
Yeah, since we found out it only costs $20. Right?
Okay, Justin, you must have an electric car, so you get the awesome parking spots. I wish they rented electric cars. Wouldn't that be cool?
It would be, but they're not.
So yeah, oh, cool. Staying at Pop just subbed to your channel. Thanks, Wayne, for letting us know.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, for us right now, until they start running the trams, it is worth it to pay for preferred parking. Plus, if you pay at one park and you park hop, it's good for the whole day.
It's good for all the parks.
If you pay for preferred parking at
Hollywood Studios, you can use it at Magic Kingdom.
Exactly.
It's
for the whole day.
Yeah.
So the next thing on my list is Disney cruises. Is it worth the splurge?
Okay, this one's going to take about a week. I've been on a cruise other than Disney, and it was nice, but Disney is twice as nice. And yeah, and it's almost twice as much too.
It is almost twice as much.
So it is, to me, yeah, if you're going to go on a cruise, you want to enjoy it, you know. And I think some of the things about some of the cruise lines, because we even had this issue when we went on the cruise, we went on a Carnival, and there's a lot more adult activity to where, you know, drinking and people being sloppy and obnoxious. There's gambling on the ships. I mean, I have nothing against gambling. I love to gamble, but Disney is just Disney. You know what I mean? It's like when you go to Disney World, you're in the Disney bubble. You do everything Disney. Everything is, the cast members are amazing. The people that go there are amazing most of the time. You know, it's just, and people are just so happy to be there, and they just love it, and they just are into it.
It's kind of like you take the Disney World experience or Disneyland experience and shrink it down
and put it on a boat. And then go places.
Yes. But yeah, for me, it's definitely worth a Disney cruise. I would have a hard time, since we've been on 3 Disney cruises now, I would have a hard time cruising. Oh, that's a cute. Wayne found you.
Oh, cool. Thanks, Wayne.
And Paul and Genesis, they use DVC points. We don't have enough DVC points for Disney cruise.
No, but you know, and we want to have one on the Wish, but we haven't booked one on the Wish yet. So I think we're going to let the Wish kind of wear off some of the newness before we get on it.
A little bit. Right now, it's super expensive.
We have a goal that we want to be on. We want to cruise on every ship, and right now we have one. We have a reservation booked for the Magic.
In February.
That leaves from Miami and does a Key West thing. So we were looking at doing a fantasy cruise, but you know, it's kind of the dates aren't matching.
Yeah,
up,
our
so.
dates aren't vibing, and our philosophy is if it doesn't work easily, it's not meant to be.
Right.
You know, kind of thing. So yeah, we would like to cruise on the Wish, but we don't have anything booked at the moment. But going back to, is it worth the price? I definitely think it's worth the price. And there are certain times of the year, if you want to book in September and go on a Disney cruise, it's going to be a little bit cheaper because it's hurricane season. We've cruised twice in September and never had a problem. But
we have known people who have.
Yeah,
we've had to have
their
had
to have their
cruises
canceled.
rescheduled or whatever. So yeah, but.
You keep hitting Bob keeps hitting his cord.
It's friggin' cord. In my hand.
We're very handsy people.
Anyway, yes, cruises to me are worth it. And I'm saying if anybody should try it at least once, because
I think so.
It will, in my opinion, it will change. If you are a Disney fanatic or you like Disney and you love Disney, then you got to do a Disney cruise.
At least once.
At least once.
Yeah.
I mean, the character interactions are more personal. There's a lot more of them. The dining, of course, if you like the food, like we were talking about with the deluxe dining plan, this is the deluxe dining plan gone wild. Okay.
Yeah, because you can get anything
you want. You know, and they have 4 entrees available. You can get all 4. It doesn't matter.
If you want all the desserts at dinner, you
can get all the desserts. We had one server on one cruise. He asked us what we wanted for dessert. We were kind of like him and Han. He goes, "I got you," and he left and came back with like everything.
Yeah,
seriously,
it was cool.
And it was like we're like, dude, that rocks.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Melinda's allergic to floating hotels. We'll take hers.
Yeah, you can take us.
It's okay. But you know, we've always had great experiences on Disney cruises. So for us, yeah, we could probably cruise on Royal Caribbean or somewhere else for half the price. But I definitely think it's worth it.
But I'd rather go less often and pay more.
I would too. I would rather do a cruise every other year and pay a little bit more
than go more often on a cruise ship and not get a Disney experience. I just, you know.
I think so. I mean, you guys all know that are in the chats, you know, we're all Disney people. We all know Disney. We know the quality of Disney. Sometimes it's hard to look at that price tag and go, oh, that's really expensive. You know, to be $4,000 for a 5-night cruise can be a little crazy, but you know, it does include all your food, all your entertainment. It does not include your alcohol, but it does include soft drinks. You can get all the soda you want, you know, if you're not a cocktail drinker. And even the cocktails aren't terribly expensive.
They're kind of a little less than Disney World prices.
They are.
Actually,
they're a little, you know, a little bit cheaper than like if you were to get a cocktail at she's not allergic. Okay, let's start out on the smaller Disney cruise boats. And that's a good point. The Magic and the Wonder are the smaller ones. And we've been on the Wonder and it was great.
Yeah.
It was great.
I liked it.
We have done both West Coast and East Coast. We've done a West Coast California to Vancouver cruise.
That was on the Wonder.
And the Wonder. We have done twice. We've been on the Dream going from Port Canaveral to Nassau.
Bahamas.
Yeah. So, and we've liked them both. They both kind of have special things about them.
Yeah, they do.
You know.
Yeah, they have like the smaller ones a little more intimate, you know. They don't have as much available as the bigger ones, but they're a little more intimate. I think the people are a little more, they get to know you a little better.
They do.
Because they don't have so many people to, you know, to learn and stuff. I know our experience on the Wonder was like one of the best experiences we've ever had. But then on the Magic, it's like there's so much.
On the Dream, you mean?
A Dream.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so much to do. It's like Kai and I, we run up and down the ships playing this Clue game, you know, because even though she's 13 now, she still wants to do it. I want to do it. I'm 58 and I want to do it. It's fun, you know, because you get these cards and you go up and down at different decks and you try to find clues and figure out who did it and all this kind of, it's awesome, you know, and those are on the big ships. They're not on the small ships, but you know, they have other things, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm so excited for you guys, Emma and John.
Play shuffleboard.
Thanks, Liz and Andy. Thank you so much for being, you know, in our chat today. We hope you guys have a great Sunday.
Yep.
We're super excited that you guys are going on.
Yeah, yeah. I'm so jazzed for you guys because I think you're gonna love it.
I know you're gonna love it.
Yeah.
I don't think that you can't
not love it.
Yeah,
it's gonna be amazing.
It's fantastic.
they make it worth it. They really
They
do.
really do. I know
Mhm.
John was a little worried about it, not having everything available, but you just got to trust Disney. They know what they're doing, and they know that experiences are going to be a little more limited, so they're going to make up for it.
Yeah, they're going to
some
make the
way.
experience that much better. So they really know how to do it. So
Yeah. All right. So we're about at just over an hour.
yeah, so it's about time for us to wrap this critter up.
It is,
you know?
yeah. I had one more on my list, but I think we're going to save that for a different day.
Yes.
And because that's a whole new ball.
That is a whole new ball.
And
wax.
that's DVC. So we're going to talk about that. I think we've already talked about that once.
I think we have too.
Yeah. So we're going to wrap it up for today.
And we're going to say thank you to everybody that came in.
Yeah, thank you so much, everybody. We had a blast.
And if you think there's somebody that would like to know this information, share this video with them, send it on to them in Instagram or whatever.
Or if anybody has any questions for us at all, please feel free to send us a direct message.
Yeah, comment, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Thank you, Cindy. We love you, Cindy.
Thank you guys for everyone for being here. We had new people like Paul and Jenna in the chat.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Liz and Andy from Fun Fiero. Hi, Emma. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah.
So thanks again. Have a great Sunday. We love you guys, and we will be back next Sunday at the same time.
We don't know what we're going to talk about yet.
We don't know. We'll figure it out.
We're just going to fly.
We fly by the seat of our pants.
My pants have a lot of flying experience.
Your pants have wings?
They have wings because they fly.
All right.
Anyway.
Thank you, everybody. We love you. We'll see you next time.
Love you. Bye.